Hello one, hello all, welcome back to From the Depths. Now today we'll be continuing our adventure playthrough, and at the end of episode 2 I said I recorded a little bit too much for that particular episode, and I'll be carrying over a few of those clips into the beginning of this episode. So I'll be doing that. I'll be hopping into designer mode and finishing up that speed build I give a little teaser to at the very end of episode 2, and I'll be getting that done and then hopping over into adventure mode to continue wrecking face, getting materials, and progressing that playthrough. Welcome back. So, as you guys just saw, in about 15 times fast motion, I just went ahead and finished up this craft. Now, if you saw, I did put missiles in this area, and I do have the prefab for the missiles saved right here. And I'll be popping those in at a later date because they push us over the budget. But as we sit, we are at 255,000. Now, I figured that will give us plenty of materials to be able to still fly around and not die and all that good stuff while we're in adventure mode looking for crab. I did not put any detection on it yet because I did not plan for this iteration to be able to fire on its own just yet. I'm not quite at a difficulty in which I feel like that's necessary, so then I'll take my sweet time and be able to handle it all on my own. A quick rundown from what you guys saw. We have a lot of CJEs, so I think our match per second burn is going to be relatively high, but I think we can keep it up so long as we keep killing craft and capping them as we go. I've got about 500,000 material storage on board. A lamp system that is pretty decent, and I've also got these guns here, which eventually I could switch over to a Sea-Wiz if really needed. They fire frag, heat, and EMP. A party gun. I know that is usually not recommended, but this is not campaign. I do not know what I'm going to be fighting against, so I figured a little bit of everything would be a good idea. They do have detection also in case, or if I do want them to fire on their own. I have them bound, but the main lasers do not, and nor will the missiles eventually. But the missiles, of course, don't really need their own detection. So, let's hop back over to adventure mode and get the show on the road. Alright, so here we are back in the adventure world. I'm gonna go ahead and load up that retrofit in super slow-mo. Let's see, actually, no. Here's what I'll do. I will build a new vessel, kind of like I did the last time, that can just kind of hold itself, so we don't really have to worry about us falling over and whatnot. Let's put that there. Let's see. we're gonna need quite a few materials. That's in here. Now, because I just did so much work trying to get this thing built, I'm going to take this episode a little bit slower, be a little bit more methodical, show you guys the behind the scenes that I usually would skip just to make things a little bit easier for myself. But because that craft took so much of my free time to actually build, and I want this episode to come out at the same time like the other ones come out, I don't really have the luxury of time at the moment. Oh, that is not how you're supposed to be held. Let's go ahead and fix that. I think it would be 90, is that correct? And we'll just do that so it doesn't move anywhere. Alright, put these two in a fleets. Have you full of mats. Alright, and let's retrofit this to ADV2. Alright. Oh, that's interesting how it spawns. Let's get this back up in full speed. This should be able to hold itself. Just on the off chance that these are... Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to slow down time and put a chair down here so I don't die. Heartstone. Pop, pop. There, I should be good. Now, on the off chance this thing does not float on its own, let's go ahead and put down some wood. It's not going to be the most stable thing on Earth, but it ought to work. And, oh, wow, that is a lot of materials to drop. Oh, and it seems to have fallen over. That means it needs a lead keel. Not rubber, a lead one. Roll over. Thank you very much. Switch it to much less lead. Alright. Now, what I need to do is put down a little bit more. Do these float? They don't float. Okay. What's something that is heavier than? Nothing seems to be fitting the bill. I'm trying to find something that's heavier than wood, but not heavier than, or less heavy than lead, so I can have like a little bit more control of my buoyancy. But this will have to do. And I'm probably gonna skip through this process because of how long it's actually gonna take. I wasn't quite ready for this thing to spawn in the middle of combat, but let's go ahead and take it out as well. This is a lamprey, yet another Grey Talons craft. I'm not sure if I was able to catch the last fight. I don't recall. Maybe I did, maybe I did. But I've been fighting a lot of Grey Talons craft. If I'm not mistaken, there's an Ascension or something of the other like that over this direction. I'll worry about that later. It seems to be, so far, it's not really much of a threat. Let's go ahead and get this lamprey out of the sky. It is taking an absolute beating right now. Shooting out blocks left, right, and center. There goes another big explosion. And I think she's going... Yep, she's going down, alright. Alright, that was... Oh! What are you? Hunchback? Jeez. Actually, let me slow down time real quick. I meant to do something a bit earlier. The reason why my craft is kind of like flying off on its own is because... Oh, I need to come on slow though. So the reason why my craft is kind of floating off on its own is because I didn't set up my breadboard correctly. Let me just really quickly fix that here. Take this, do that. Okay, perfect. So I did do it. Okay, I wasn't sure if I was able to fix it or not. Had a lot happen in the last few minutes. I knew I thought about it. Let's see. Put that to on. I can go out of slow-mo now. Put that to on, and let's go ahead and you are. I think we're trying to engage it. That's all that really matters. What's the range on this? Is it within missile range? It is. Barely. I'll go ahead and fire some anyway. I figure about time they get out and about, they will end up being on target. Let's go ahead and pop the side proportions off, maybe. Attempt to. Now let's go ahead and aim for that one right about there. Not the most accurate thing at this range. Shit, 5 kilometers? What on earth are you targeting? What on earth? Okay, no. I've done something incorrectly here. It should be turning around. Let's see if I can figure it out. Let's see. Down to the loaf. It says it's attempting to go at 90 degrees. You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and take the stay at 90 degrees. None of that turning nonsense. Just go ahead and actually, yeah, for the time being, just go ahead and try to get closer, close as you possibly can. That's why I'm not doing any damage. I'm 5 kilometers out. Thought I was crazy, and yep, missiles are blowing up just a wee bit out of range on that one. 5,000 materials. I'm not sure how you drop that, but I'll come back for that later. His main missile or main APS seems to be a bit offline at the moment. So let's go ahead and give this one the same sort of treatment. Once again, all guns on target. I know our missiles are out of range, but here's the hope that they do get in range by that time. And this APS right here seems to be firing relatively quickly, so that means it's gonna pop like a candle when we do get up there into the goodies. But let's go ahead and get it turned off. Ooh, I see exposed firing pieces. Too bad I can't hit them. There we go. Missiles are in range. This thing's not gonna have a good day after that one. Let's go ahead and just aim center and mass and let the missiles and lasers take care of it. This thing is quite fast. 46 meters per second. I'm also quite fast. We seem to have closed the distance a lot quicker than I expected this to. Look at that. Oh, APS is still on target. Let's go ahead and drop that now that we're within our laser's comfortable zone, I'll say. There we go. Casually deleting heavy barrels and 3x3 mantlets. There you go. That's off. Gun is gone. And oh, is she going down? Let's go ahead and knock that one off just for good measure. And down goes Frazier number 2. So as you see, I've got quite, well, maybe not those ones so much, but I've got quite the ooh, 30,000. Wow. Quite the material stores laying around. I think I'll go ahead and pick those up. And I still have yet to go into the hard difficulty that I mentioned. I'm not sure what clip I'm on at this point, honestly, or what is or is not getting cut out of the video, so I might be repeating myself a few times here and there. For that, I do apologize. But, I mean, this is 20. 20 seems not so much be kicking my butt, but has a lot more action than I expected it to have. A consistent brawl between craft, between 60 and a quarter million materials. Look at this, yet another craft. What are you? Is there one over there? There is 2 craft on the map. This thing right here is a Proctor, I assume really cheap Deepwater Guard or Honest Watch. Proctor is in fact Honest Watch. Nothing to worry about whatsoever. I'm not gonna sweat it. Let me turn off my that. And then what do we have over this direction? It's quite a ways out. Is it too far to be worried about? It is way far. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about that one. Let's go ahead and pick up some of these mats, and I think instead of going to difficulty 40, I'm gonna go to 30, because if craft are spawning this much, like that's not so much my inability to kill them or take them out, but man, I'm having a hard time taking down 5-6 craft at a time. Not that I'm complaining, of course. I mean, you know, I am surviving and I am picking up mats, but you know, it is hectic, and I don't want to sit down and relax per se, but geez, let me reload at least. Oh, still trying to craft, trying to come in and do a little bit of sneaky diving on me, is it? Don't worry, my missiles will take care of you real soon. I'm not even gonna look back. That's not true. I want to see it fall apart. This thing seems to be relatively quick, but not quick enough. That's his death right there. Oh, wasted a lot of missiles on it. Whew. Finally, I've got us out of that hectic, chaotic zone and into somewhere that is a higher difficulty, sure, but doesn't have 1,000 portals and 8 craft trying to kill me all at once. Hopefully give us a little bit of time to relax, reload, and reevaluate. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy to have a lot more action. I was a little disappointed in episode 1 and 2 with the minimal engagement that I was able to actually capture on cam. I know in this one, like I said, I missed a couple fights, not even a couple, almost a dozen at this point. But at least with this version, I have the ability to have those fights, whereas with the other 2 episodes, it was just such long spaces between spawns. I was sitting there on my phone just waiting for my craft to kick into gear, or hear like the ploop of a shell hitting the water next to me or something. It was just complete utter boredom, but I'm happy to have a lot more action this episode. But yeah, make sure you like, favorite, subscribe, because that is all the time I have for this week's episode of From the Depths Adventure Mode. If you wish to see more, go ahead and leave a comment down there and tell me how you want to see the series progress in the future. But I will see you guys next week. Bye bye.
More than half of them missed.
Yeah, but the bulwark is not happy about the half of the miss.
They just decided to roll over. You've got holes in the bottom. Okay, now it's... Oh, I think your Sigiros is about to into space.